Stream Elements. CyberAxes now live. Streaming Call of Duty, Warzone, Warzone top 0% winners Thalaza Ninjas 042122.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Whew.
Ew.
Oh, man. Where is everybody? Thought we were all gonna play. Well, should we run a couple while we're waiting for Ace Deadeye to eat his extremely late dinner?
Ew.
I know, right?
Why didn't he do that while he was doing his other shit?
I know. He had all week to eat dinner. Dang. Grizzlies coming back again. Wow. Single digits. Crazy. Jeez. Seven points. Holy smokes.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey.
Still working. Need to get off work.
Hmm?
I shouldn't be working, but I am.
Dang. That's dumb.
On fucking shit. You know what I feel like sometimes? Like the guy on Pulp Fiction, Harvey Keitel's character, who they call to show up
Yeah.
to clean up fucking brain splatter everywhere. That's why I feel like sometimes, hey Ryan, I know this isn't your job, but can you like unfuck everything for us?
Have you thought about saying no?
I have, but I like my coworkers. I do it to help them out, just for our team members that I help out. So helping
And you
them
can
out of a
remind them
bind.
that you're better than them.
No, it's because I'm friends with some of them, and I'm actually friends and close with some of them. So it's more just like, it's not even professional. It's just like, don't leave someone behind, you know, stranded.
I would.
Yeah, I think that's your first mistake. You shouldn't be friends with people at work.
I'm not friends with all of them. Some of them I'm actually been pretty.
But now you're
Close with.
beholden to them, and the
Yeah.
work becomes the middleman you're beholden to. Like now they use that against you.
The good thing is I can get off earlier tomorrow because I put in some more hours. So
Yeah.
I'm still
That-
charging the hours. I'm still charging the
Time
hours.
theft is the number one theft in the U.S. Like, there's no other theft greater than time, and everybody's more than happy to steal your time if you let them.
Never trust anyone with a job. Ever.
No, but it's just like sometimes that's what it feels like. Can you help us unfuck all this? It's like, oh my god. But it gets to a certain point where I won't, in the evening, I'll just say, I'll work it tomorrow, right? If it's like late, so.
24/7 robot worker. .com.
Yeah, I don't know, like easily 20 times I've heard, we need help starting a business. Can you help us? We'll pay you whatever you need, whatever you want. And so I do all the work, just insane amounts of work, and then 6 months go by, they're really successful. So I try to get paid, and they're like, "What did you do for us?" Like, set up the entire company.
I
It's
miss
just
part
fucking
of the, like,
people are horrible.
the Marine Corps holding people accountable and that side of
Yep.
it. Because like civilian side and what I do now, like, dude, Marine Corps, I don't know what it is, but there's like a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
And you don't do your job, you will get your fucking head
There's
cut off.
no
They don't
sense
give
of
a shit.
urgency anywhere.
And there's no
Nobody has a sense of
accountability,
it.
but
No
I
accountability.
can swear on my life the Marine Corps is a different culture,
Yep.
and it's amazing to work with people who are like,
Yeah.
most of them who are motivated. You don't
Yeah.
get that most of the time in like that.
Nope. And the government is like completely opposite, where they're more than happy to tell you anything they can to fuck you. Like CSU and the U.S. Forest Service fucked me for 30 grand. All the meanwhile for like 8 months telling me, "Hey, we're gonna sign this contract. We need this. Thank you for doing this. We need this. We need this. Oh, we'll get it done." And then, well, we can't sign that contract. We could never sign that. Like, it's
Speaking of,
insanity.
Speaking of work, Ed, and leadership, I think I would like to work with a guy like Shackleton. I don't know.
Yeah.
So one thing, I'm only in chapter 4. I read 2 chapters today, but his interviews, he would interview someone within 5 minutes. It was just like that. He was just,
You
I
like
was
it,
like-
you're hired.
I liked it. And it was like, oh, I think you're going to do well. Within 5 minutes, he would hire. It wasn't like a resume. It wasn't all this bullshit like back and forth, answer a million questions. It was just straight to the point. I like you. You can join the team. I don't know. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Just the brevity of it, right? It's like,
Well, a lot of those questions are ass covering, though. Legality covering.
Not
Like-
107 years ago, though. Shackleton.
Well, yeah, no. Now it's insane.
well,
how
he
much.
based it on how someone looked. He's like, if someone looked interesting, I would just hire him. It's like nothing to do with. It was just a gut feeling. It was like,
Boy,
know,
it'd be nice to
visceral
have
is
that
just-
these days.
but if you do that today, it would be like, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. You'd be
Yeah.
like, you can't do that. You got to go through every question.
Nope.
And it's like, well, is he qualified? If he is, then
In fact, they won't let you have a picture on your resume.
and I don't care about like the race or religion or anything like that. But I've
they-
sat through
they can't
interviews
have
and resume
that
questions
issue,
that are
yeah.
like,
Oh,
it's like,
Yeah.
where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, how do you even fucking like answer that question? It's like, well, working here for your company, progressing. Like, ugh. Like
Putting in
that's such
extra
like a
hours every day.
like. How do you 5 years from like? I hate that question. Where do you see yourself 5? No one sees themselves 5 years from now. Really, they maybe, but like not like work wise. But everyone asks that. It's just like these, I don't know, boilerplate questions that everyone asks. Like, tell me 3 things that you don't like about yourself in the workplace. It's like, well, right away, they're not going to give you an honest answer. If someone's a piece of shit, they're not going to be like, well, I sleep on the job, I don't show up on time, and I already know. They're not going to say that. They're going to be like, it's just going to be sugar-coated bullshit. It's like, I don't know.
I think the whole purpose of that is to see if you play ball.
Which ultimately, I think you need people in most organizations to play ball. You don't want people who are just outliers, just doing whatever the fuck they want. I think there has to be a certain
Yeah,
code
they're-
of conduct.
They put you through all that to see if you can. Like, I applied for a job at Mesa County, and they had 6 fucking people around the table interviewing me.
Oh,
What-
yeah, I
Are you
did some of
Yeah.
those
fucking
group interviews at the
douchebags?
county.
Like, what the fuck is your problem? And yet,
Oh, it's almost like an interrogation. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like,
And they told me I didn't want the job. Like, they looked at my stuff and was like, you don't want this job. So it's like, I don't know. It's horrible.
but it's one of those things like leadership. Like, it sounds like from what I've read, Shackleton was a guy who looked out for those he was in charge of, right? So that's probably 75% of leadership. It's not.
But the mentality today is pay yourself first. Get yours first.
And see, that's a question I've always, I don't know, is like, are leaders born good leaders? I think it's a mix. I think there are certain people that should not hold leadership positions based off of their temperament or person. We've all had them, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
And maybe
okay,
that's
but
from
think
birth, or
about it
that's
though.
just their personality.
If you
but then
wanted
there's
to
other people
apply,
that,
if you want to apply for the FBI or the CIA, you have to pass a psych test. But if you want to apply for the President of the United States, you don't have to.
I'm sure there's some
The
stuff behind the scenes
Constitution
that-
says there's nothing.
Yeah. Well, but
Because
then who
be-
gets to administer it though? Then that
Exactly.
person
No,
holds
I
the power.
no, absolutely.
So-
But that's the whole problem with. There's absolutely what you're talking about, and it's also the question of, does it draw those people as well?
Well, I think the problem is most of the people in companies and government, wherever, the best people who should be the leaders are not the leaders. That's the problem. It's those who don't want the power, those who don't want the spotlight, right? Those
Well,
are the people you
especially
should probably
today,
want to be leaders. Yeah, because you have to
when
be a
running a
narcissist
company
now to,
was nice, when it was enjoyable to run a company. Like, I don't know a single person. I work for tons of business owners, and not a single one of them enjoys running the company. And not because of running the company sucks, but because the employee nightmare. I mean, they've literally had their have their employees hold them hostage and say, we're going to all walk out if you don't do X, multiple times.
one thing I really hate too is like this reliance on email. Like, you send out an email and you automatically care about your employees. Like, bullshit. You don't give a fuck about your employees. Sending out like a monthly email doesn't mean jack shit.
No.
Right? Go around, meet your employees, talk to them face to face like human beings. And it's
Yeah.
like that everywhere, man. It's just like people think they send an email and the job is done. It's like, no, pick up the goddamn phone and make a phone call. Like,
But even if
I
they
don't know, it's
have
like
a
we're-
barbecue and have a beer with them, I don't think that changes the mentality of pay myself first and get mine first. I think you have to work for
but there is
someone
something about like
that has
a manager
morals.
during the day, a manager who is willing to go to different sections and just stop by, not in a barbecue or anywhere, and just say, how are things going? Like,
Totally.
what do you work
Oh,
on? You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
just
But
being like a person
yeah.
like that goes further
Yeah.
than any, in
But
my opinion,
most
like,
managers
bullshit, like
aren't
motivational.
managing. Like, most
I-
managers aren't actually doing employee management. They're doing the stuff they're not supposed to be doing. Like, all the
Well,
other bullshit no one else does.
And too many mid-level managers are worried about their bosses, and they're just worried about kissing their ass, right? So it's
Yeah.
just this big ass licking, like all the way up to, especially in like commercial companies. So it's like,
Or they have zero training. Like, the worst one right now is banks. The people that work at a bank have the least amount of training of anybody you've ever met. Yet they're managing the most stuff. Like, there's no class at college for running a bank. There is no college expertise of, well, you could be a CPA. Doesn't translate. And so the same thing with the accountants and the people running all these businesses. They're dumber than rocks. It's insane. I have one business that is being run by an 85-year-old is doing their books. How do you expect that person to even keep up with Windows and passwords?
and I don't even know how you measure like leadership in certain positions. It's like, yeah, you could
Yeah.
you could have a a threshold, but behind the scenes, you could hire someone that has every degree and every certification, but they're
Or
just
on the
fucking,
opposite,
fucking
they
inept,
served in the
right?
military and they were a military leader doesn't always translate to civilian management.
Oh yeah, because yeah, civilian, everything's way more sugar coated, and you can't like.
Yeah. So you have like
It's
this
like a
curve because a
delicate
lot of
egg.
people say, well, let's get a military person, someone that has proven themselves and knows and can handle, but so much of the time they can't handle what you're talking about, that the normal staff are disrespectful and dis not obedient, that's not the right word, but unethical at the least. It's crazy, and a lot of the vets that I work with are absolutely hard workers, but
Well, I think any organization there's going to be the problem where 20% of the people in some weird way are doing like 70% of the
most
work,
of it,
right?
yeah,
It's the Pareto or whatever chart where it's like,
absolutely.
I don't know. And
And
it's
in a
just like,
small
is that
business,
just,
it's one person doing almost everything, and the rest of them are all skating by doing the minimum.
that's probably
And
why you got the raise, Ed, because they realized,
yeah,
hey, another Ed Brodsky's going to be hard to come by.
and when those people leave, like
Sure.
when you see those people
I
leave
mean,
and walk out the door,
I'm
you
being cynical,
just
but
it's like I can't I try my hardest to express to the business owners how important these people are, but they can't get it through their fucking brains that they should be paying someone for what they're doing, not for a position title. So they have someone that's doing 7 to 8 different jobs in their company, and instead of paying them $20 or $30 an hour for what they're doing, they pay them 7 to 12 or 13 or whatever. And it's
Who's ever
insane
lead?
that they can't. They just keep leaving. Like people keep
They were
cycling
down by
through, and
20 plus
they can't
twice.
figure it out. Like they can't connect the dots that you have to invest in those people. And when you have them,
part of
you
the
gotta
problem
keep
too
them.
is most leaders aren't like, I don't know, it's like a lot of leaders, companies are like, well, I don't have an open door policy. You got to go through like 7 people just to get to me. And I'm like, that's
Yeah.
bullshit. Like anyone should be able to come in anytime, open door policy, and talk to you, right? I'm not saying
But
just out of the blue,
But
through
think about the
some
military.
mechanism.
That's completely opposite of the military. The military really has chain of command, and so I've
No,
seen
and
it both ways.
I will say military, it's 100% necessary because military, it's like chess. You need a unit to move and to operate. And
And
the
same, well,
machine
but in a
breaks down.
business, if you have a big corporation and you've got some Joe Schmo in shipping wants to talk to the CEO, Intel did I went to a conference for Intel and they said the same thing. They're like, we got this open door, and you're like, you just scratch your head because you go look at Intel's facilities and you're like, dude, it takes someone a week just to get to your office. Like, it it's just propaganda.
I think too, also the work week here should be shortened to a 32 to 36 hour work week. I really do
Yeah,
advocate for that.
sure.
I would argue
I
that
do too.
most jobs, it's like office space. I mean, there's days where I'm legitimately putting in 12, 13 hours, but then there's other days where it's like you're just looking at your watch, like, just gonna put in 8 today, right? But if they give you that option to do 32 to 34, I don't know what it is, but it's like 40 hours a week. It just isn't realistic anymore to sit there in an office all day. And people would be so much happier if they had like a Friday to go home early or a Monday. I don't know.
But it's never been realistic. It's just been the abuse of the people. Nobody ever did a study or was like, hey, is 5 days better than 4 or 6 or 7 for someone to sit in a fucking chair? Is that healthy? No, it's not fucking healthy for anybody.
So the crazy thing is like there's a truck driver shortage, and I was reading in California when they're waiting to pick up their container there at the port of entry,
Yep.
usually at the port of Los Angeles or San Pedro where I used to live. they don't pay them for that wait time. They don't pay them until they pick up their truckload.
Oh,
And they can
being
wait
a
up to
trucker
like
is such an abusive
10,
job.
10 hours, 10 hours
Yeah.
just free pay. I mean, you tell that to anyone else, like, hey, go stand at your desk and just stand there for 10 hours free to pay.
But
Then
what's
once you
even
log into
worse
your
is
computer,
that
it's like, how is that
the
even
feds
legal?
have their own laws of how long you can then drive, and then you're not getting paid for your downtime when you're not driving, and each state has different rules. So,
Which I'm fine with having that. You don't want truckers driving 20 straight hours, but it shouldn't. I mean, if someone
but
wants to drive,
they've mandated
12
it down
hours.
to, but they've mandated it way down, like to the
and
nth
they've
degree.
mandated that some of the trucks have to be up to date and have to be a certain
Yeah.
emission. So now they're like, only new trucks can pick up
Yeah,
cargo.
and
It's just,
the mission stuff is complete bullshit. So then you're breaking it on all sides of the coin, and those poor people are barely scratching by. And then gas, diesel's 5 times what it was 2 years ago, and yet they're not making any more money. Inflation's up insane amounts. They're not. Of course, there's a shortage. Nobody wants to do that shit ass job. The fact that we haven't modernized and have that all delivered on an automated system is mind-boggling. Like Biden talking about, modernizing things, it's just fucking. You guys are morons. We can't get high-speed trains. You can't just automate all this crap. Like we could easily have automated the entire trucking system by now.
well, I think they were trying with the biggest thing is our infrastructure too, right? Is our biggest port here in the U.S. I think it's the 17th largest in the world. I think 8 of the 10 largest ports in the world, mega ports, are in China, and we don't even have the throughput to support a lot of this stuff. So
Oh,
I am in favor of like the infrastructure, but what I don't like is when they throw in like infrastructure and then throw something else in there with like
Oh, it's insane.
education.
Yeah, no,
has nothing
I
to do
want
with, like,
per item
infrastructure.
voting. They need to vote per item. No fucking all of this slush. But
But
beyond that,
he's
think about
right
like
in that. Like our infrastructure is
it's a
our
joke.
bridges, our ports, it's all.
But
It's
think
crazy.
about how many oil pipelines we've put in. You're telling me that we couldn't put in an automated package and delivery system for food, for anything? Like we could have easily just put in an automated system along the train tracks and solved most of what the truckers are doing just on an automated system.
But the irony is, it's those truckers who are keeping our stores stocked. At the end of the day,
But we
It's
could
not
have
trains,
replaced.
it's
We
not
could
any-
have easily replaced them. Like that's the problem. We could at least replace them on the long hauls between the cities and have them doing because you're never going to replace the last mile, right? There's no good way to do that. But they could be doing the last
first
mile.
too.
Yeah, but still,
Well,
with,
but
like,
first mile, we
all
could.
the Tesla cars still, like, people like to say, oh, they're great. No, they're still like running into like fucking barriers and
No. I
It's-
don't want
it's just
any
the
of. I don't
technology
want to
isn't there.
automate. Automate that stuff is stupid. Why would we do that? Just we have pipelines across the entire country. Why wouldn't we just put it in a pipe?
Because it's not a liquid.
No,
I don't know how you
but
put food
the
in
Tesla, you just put it on an automated track in a pipe. Tesla's doing it underground. They have huge tunnels they're building under California to do it with cars, but we can't do it with a small average-sized package that goes in planes and
Well,
trains.
part of the
and-
problem is each state is going to have state laws. So maybe like Kansas is for it, but California's not going to be for it, right? So it's like,
It's the same thing
State
with the
laws are
pipelines. They've
I don't
dealt
know.
with most of them, and it's not oil leaking out everywhere. It's just packages being sent back and forth. As soon as we have an automated package system transferring stuff back and forth, because the concept that drones are going to save us or blimps are going to save us is ridiculous. Anything
no,
man operated like
right
that
now,
is a
end
joke.
of the day, all of our stores are economy. It all depends on the big rig
Truckers.
trucks.
Absolutely.
Still, it's all based on
Absolutely.
truckers, 100%. And those
Yeah.
are the guys who are the backbone of every store, pretty much in the U.S.
Yeah.
People like
But-
to like rip
But
on
there's
it, but it's
no
like,
there's no reason. Like for example, over the last 20 years, we've buried fiber optic cable from one side of the country to the other, and almost every neighborhood in the country. And yet we can't put an automated system like we do at the airports to move packages around the country. It doesn't need to be heat cooled. It doesn't matter. Like it's super. Like we've done the train system for 100 plus years. We know how to do all of that stuff. It's not that hard to
Yeah,
automate,
but you,
and it
you
can be
look
high
at
speed.
our trains, like compared to Japan and Europe, our trains are.
But that's because we're not investing. It could easily be high speed because you wouldn't have to deal with the people problem. So you could have a high speed system transferring packages back and forth 24/7 all the time. You could shut down the USPS and save all of that money. You could stop sending someone to everybody's fucking house every day. Like that's ridiculous. Like think about that. We pay someone to go to every fucking person's house in the country every day by law. How is that
Finally.
how is that even like a legitimate business plan for the country?
It's not about business though. It's critical infrastructure though for prescriptions and all.
I
all
I
sorts of stuff.
totally but we could automate it and save a hell of a lot more money and cut out a ton of that shit that's not being needed.
Part of the
We
problem,
put
too, is
sewer
even-
in all these places.
Even Amazon, a lot of these
Yeah,
facilities, they
that's
don't even
treated
have
locally,
the
though.
they don't have the throughput or the facilities to support like the warehousing. There's a warehousing shortage too in the U.S. where they
Yeah.
don't have the
Yeah.
throughput
And it's all just in
to
time,
move all
which
this
is-
shit.
Yeah, but
so-
but an
and
automated
just-in-time
system would help
inventory,
just in
I think
time.
we've learned is like we got to get away from just in time.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying
It
get away from
increases
it, but
profit, but it
Yeah.
increases like the national security
I mean,
risk though. Like
at the
COVID
end of the-
definitely proved that.
at the end of the day, like automobile companies need to have more parts on hand, like tires and basic, I don't know, just basic repair parts. Because now you go to try to change your tires, it's like, oh, you got to wait 3 fucking weeks. I'm like,
But it's also back to the point of
Bullshit.
we need to build local and have more stuff accessible here. Like
Well, I
having
would say
relying
even-
on
even
everything coming from
outsourcing-
China is a problem.
why not outsource to Mexico? Why not outsource to South
Yeah.
America? Somewhere in the North
Canada.
American, South American continent. I mean, yeah, Canada. It's like, I don't know. But it's all cheap labor too, right? It's no one wants to talk about. That's the big elephant is no one
Yeah.
wants to
Who's
admit
gonna make
that.
it here though? We have unemployment
Ah.
super low. There's not like a lot of people that want a shitty.
But it's
factory
back
job.
to the money.
Yeah.
We've sold a dream. And honestly, that's the problem. Is if you ask people, your grandparents, your parents, what did they dream about when they were kids? They're like, we didn't have dreams. There wasn't a dream sold. But now that we've sold everybody in North America and all first world countries a dream, and we can't deliver that dream, by the way, but we
Well,
sold it
most
to
of
them.
those factory jobs aren't even legal here according to our OSHA standards. You look at
Yeah.
cobalt mines in Congo or factories in China. That
Yeah.
shit's 100% illegal. here in
Even
the US.
every day that Pyro goes to work welding doesn't meet any code, and it's killing him, and yet nobody cares. We're in that industrial revolution where we're still in the steam age, and we're still trying to get out of the steam age. And until we get past steam age into fusion or something else, we are going to continue to have this abuse cycle. That's why I don't have a problem with cutting down trees for countries to develop if we're planting them back, and we've done really well at that in the last 100 years. That makes sense because we have to get out of these stages. We have to get out of the steam age. Once we get out of there, then we'll be fine. But until then, this just continues.
Yeah, you look at our the critical earth elements and how much we have to import from other countries. It's pretty
insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then you look at the semiconductor shortage and material shortage. It's actually, like
And
Ed said, it's a national security risk.
Just doing the
because-
math of the distance that travels, like how far does a battery travel to get made? And it's like 2 times around the Earth for a battery to get made. And
Well, then
it's-
even
it's insane.
you like to say that, I mean, you look at the cobalt mines in Congo and it's like cobalt's in a lot of shit, like lithium ion batteries. And
Yep.
it's like, You look at the shit going on there, and it's
And it's
child
it's
labor.
it's the entire area. It's everything there. Like, because you
And
got
it's not- and you look at
Nigeria,
those
Chad,
mines.
Sudan, Egypt's a disaster. Like, I mean, it's just a disaster. The entire area. And it doesn't get much better as you go up. You got Saudi Arabia, Iran, like, what, the most stable is Turkey?
The thing I don't get about like climate change is I'm all for it, but when China, it's like until someone holds China accountable, they account for what, like 40% of the emissions, 30%, if not more, of the world's emissions. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we could make a difference here, but China's still gonna keep fucking polluting,
But
and we're paying them
we're
to produce
not
the shit.
Trying to
Like
make
Per
a
person,
difference
though,
here,
we're
though.
worse.
Nothing that
Yeah, per person.
anybody's...
Yeah, I think per person we're worse because of our vehicles, right? I mean, we just
But
everywhere.
consumerism, there's no way to buy yourself out of this hellhole, and that's what we're being sold. You can't buy yourself out of a consumerism hole. And they're not trying. If they were trying, they would stop the burning gas lines. That would do more to stop CO2 emissions than all the cars combined. Like, you could replace all the cars in the country with electric cars, and the gas line burning is still putting off more CO2 every day than all those cars combined. It's a joke. It's just to sell you something so they can keep the commercialism going. And the next thing's going to be everybody's got to get solar, and you got to put batteries in your house like California's doing. And it's just going to continue the loop. But no one in their right mind can say those batteries, when California is on fire, that those batteries are going to be better for us than the gas emissions coming out of your car that have been already filtered 1 billion times to make it as clean as possible.
Hey, Ed, are you joining us?
Ooh, huh?
Are you joining
Yeah, we
us?
playing some Warzone or solving
We
the world's
just-
issues
I'm
again?
I'm
we
just
saw-
playing Fortnite.
Solving the world's
Oh,
issues, man.
We're in a party, I think, waiting for you, but we just solved pollution.
I
commodity
don't think we solve it
I didn't know what I was
until we
walking
get to
into.
fusion. Like, until we, I mean, nuclear's just steam. We're still in the same era. We have to get to a new era. When we hop eras, then I think we start seeing real change.
I think we should turn North Dakota into the U.S.'s nuclear.
Why not
facility.
just put it in northern Canada where there's nothing up there? There's nobody up there. There's plenty of Greenland and Iceland. There's huge amounts of space with nothing. And we have done really well with transmission lines over good distance for a lot of situations. Like, you wouldn't have to put it in populated places. But I think we'd need 20. And we haven't built one since the 60s.
I'm honestly probably just as worried about like plastics as I am pollution. There's so much, and
No,
we're all
plas-
guilty, but they're
Plastics
just like
and batteries are the two sins
like
of this
our-
generation.
our garbage like output is per family, especially here in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's pretty mind-boggling how much just.
It's upsetting.
But we need it
But-
too. It's like
but
try to live
however-
your life without plastic. It's like
But we were talking
yeah,
about
possible.
automating the solution, and we are automating the solution to cleaning the ocean. So, like, we've started that. We should be automating
No,
the solution
It's
to.
impossible to clean the ocean.
We've
plastic.
already started.
They're-
We're
they're all
we're
scams.
dredging.
They're
We're
all-
the big
it's impossible.
the big dump in
This
the
open water stuff.
Yeah,
it's-
the open water stuff's the stuff that they're doing now with robots.
Yeah,
Huge line,
huge
huge ship
they create
liners.
more trash than they will collect. It's
What do you
impossible.
mean?
The physics doesn't work. It's too spread out.
No, they're doing it in the Great Trash Reef, the Great Trash. So
Which is
and
still super diffuse, though.
no, it's really dense.
Not really.
Yeah, the currents have all pushed it together, and they use miles
know.
and miles
I know.
long of the things. They have a huge they've been doing fundraisers for it, but you can buy
They're all-
sunglasses
they're-
with the
it's
plastic.
scam, man. It's scam. I'm telling you, the physics don't work. Every
They're out there
oceanographer
doing
is
it. You
like,
can go watch them. They're
this
out
is-
there
I
every
know,
day.
I know. And they'll get trash, but it's impossible. They're not. They cannot make a dent. In order to make a dent, like you would have to manufacture more waste than you'll collect.
Gaming King. Hey,
How's it going, Gaming King? But that's like saying the same thing that they said about horse shit. That we're gonna have too much horse shit and that you can't clean it. We're gonna produce it faster than we can get rid of it. It just takes
yeah, it's because we
technology.
switched to cars, though.
Yeah, exactly. We just need new technology. We could easily have enough robots and stuff to clean,
Gaming King.
especially at
You
the
gonna play a
outports.
game?
Yeah,
Am
I not on stream? We're already mandating in a lot of. Oh shit! Sorry. We're already
you
mandating in
can
a lot
keep
of
it out.
places nets at the outlets. But you're right. Until
Keep it
China
out
and
and
those
clean
fucked up
beaches, but-
places do better, it's still gonna wash to our shores or wash out into the middle. But we can have robots and stuff doing that stuff 24/7 because we're gonna have the same problem with our atmosphere.
It's gonna be
Get that money. Yeah.
Where are we going?
That money mark right by Blue.
Like all of our garbage that we have in the U.S., not all of it, a lot of it, we'll just send it like Malaysia or Indonesia. They'll just fucking
Yeah,
throw it
except
in.
they're sending it back.
Yeah, it's like, and if we want to burn it, it's
it's
gonna
getting
fuck up
hot.
the.
But the plastics are just being
Are we all
buried.
going here?
Now it's just sitting in
Yeah.
the ocean.
Go
But
out
we're
to green.
fucking. We're probably eating plastic we don't even know about that animals and shit are
Absolutely.
eating. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
You
No,
got
we're
a
going.
full
Holy shit,
squad
it's
on
hot
you.
down here. Yeah, there's a full
I don't
squad
want
here.
to. I don't want to go there. There's like 2 or 3 squads.
Hold the Blue.
Oh,
Not fair enough.
nope.
Look at all
There's
this
already a
plastic
squad
out
there
here.
too. Blue, don't go that
Look at all-
way.
Look at all this
Right.
plastic out here in Lagoon.
Why did we go somewhere so close to the drop?
Hey, go for it. High risk, high reward.
What?
High risk, high reward.
Ed's a gambling
You
man.
mean lose lots?
If you get
Win
it, though,
less,
you're,
lose more?
You're in good shape.
Is
If
there
you lose, you
is there a
wasted, like,
lack of money?
a minute? Yeah.
But you get a loss on your stats.
Alive.
But in your heart, you tried.
It's like a
Ew.
jump in, jump in, jump in.
One second, I'm
That's
trying
not
to,
trying.
trying to get a gun.
Trying is using your brain.
Well, 1 second, let me grab this crate.
Couple of basic ARs here.
Your basic AR.
Sorry, I opened 3 crates and they were all shotguns. I'm coming in.
Lord. You know how much emissions I've created by?
I know. Do you know what the gas costs for this rig? It's like fucking
Oh my
military's
gosh.
paying for it.
Someone.
$400.
Okay. I got Wendy's
we're good.
Oh,
delivered.
you're like lagging.
I got Wendy's delivered, and the guy shows up in a like 24-foot long Ryder truck, rental Ryder truck.
Nice.
And I'm like, I'm doing the math in my brain. I think he lost money delivering me food.
Oh my gosh.
I don't see how he
You're,
had
like,
some
delivering
excuse.
Household goods to someone or helping someone move? Like, what is that?
Well, he said his truck was getting fixed and they had rented this for something, but
I'm going
his,
loadout, by the way.
His excuse
many
was he
crates
thought
then?
he would do a few deliveries while he waited, and I don't think he was gonna make more money than it would cost to drive that piece of shit around. I
Guys
don't
will
know.
go in there for the loadout. Get ambush him.
Talk about time theft like he's working for.
Negative money.
Yeah, jeez.
Guys at the
Yeah,
loadout.
that's depressing.
Of course, but I mean, a lot of people are working for negative money and they don't know it.
Yep. Yeah, if you have to commute for like an hour and then get someone to watch your kids while you're gone, and you're paying
Yeah.
for insurance and registration and stuff
Child
on the
care
car.
That's
here
how
in
most
the
people in
US.
Denver.
There's a full squad over
live.
here. Yeah.
Child care is so fucking insane in the U.S. Like the cost of
Because
be
of all of
free.
the regulations and rules, because people kept raping and killing people's children. Not that it seems to have stopped the problem. They just all work for the government now. or CNN or Disney. Fuck.
If you believe right-wing propaganda.
Well, I don't know. It just depends on.
I'm pretty
They're
sure.
huge
I'm pretty sure
employer,
there's.
yeah, they're
it's
voicing
not hard to believe
politics.
people at
They're
Disney
huge.
are pedophiles.
I'm pretty sure.
That's not a
uh,
reach.
Where's that coming from?
CNN, that's not a reach.
Oh, there's a
Pretty
whole
sure-
fucking squad here.
Yeah, I pointed him out. We gotta get out of here.
Pizzagate was proven false, but
What was?
Pizzagate, they were not going there eating kids or whatever. It's like nonsense.
Wait, who?
Hillary Clinton, Pizzagate, the whole Hillary Clinton Pizzagate bullshit. They were saying
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
it's the same, almost same level.
I got knocked.
Why would Hillary Clinton be? Bill's the one that's got the issues. Same thing
Coming in.
with
Okay.
good old
Yeah, I
Biden.
called an airstrike.
Yeah, yeah, get him with that airstrike.
Ed,
I
This
can't.
is not a child.
Oh,
Come over here.
sh-
Are you guys lagging right now? What is fucking?
Yeah,
There
it's
is some
super
weird
choppy.
lag.
Yeah, it's like stuttering. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with that diary. The New York Times validated it, but other people couldn't validate it.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna bail.
And then
So
I got throwing
choppy.
knife killed. It's so choppy. You killed me with a throwing knife. Come on.
I tried to kill those guys from a distance, but they kept popping so much that you can't shoot them.
It was so laggy, I couldn't even see the guy like running.
The longest serving Speaker of the House for the Republicans was a massive child molester. Daniel
Oh,
Hastert.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're also the one, like, if you look at the list of who's made the most money in Congress, it's all Republicans at the top 3, and then it's Pelosi.
Yeah. Top,
Like,
top 10 has
They
like
all
2
need
or
to
3
be
Democrats. But
ejected or.
Needs to
I-
be term limits 24, 30 years. I'm not saying
No,
it should be
no.
12
I'd
years.
be,
but
I'd
30
be happy
years is-
with 8, and it
30
should be
years.
by family. It shouldn't be individuals, because the problem with these people flipping families, like.
30 years is.
Oh, I'll have
reasonable for
my,
term
I'll have my,
limits.
no, because then it's 60 years. Oh, I'll have my wife run then.
No,
Like,
no, like
fuck
one
you.
individual. What is it for the Senate? So 6 times. That's 5 terms, right? So that's
No.
more than reasonable.
One. We don't need professional
No,
government.
I do
Same
need
thing
some
with
experience, though.
non-elected. Nobody should be in there more than 10 years in any position. Even in corporations, that's bad. We
no.
cycle CEOs faster than that because it's bad for business.
Because I don't want a
Lanes.
bunch of fucking Lauren Boberts out there too. Who don't know her fucking
Yeah,
ass from her
it's hard.
face.
But then
Yeah.
they're gone the next cycle. That's the beauty. But look, we got Pelosi and all these
hopefully
people that have been
she-
there for 60 fucking years.
Bobert could win again with fucking raping.
She
But
will.
we at least have a chance. I'd rather everybody gets one chance and that's it, and then you're done.
Oh, you need some experience. Maybe it's 24
No.
years, 30 years, but it needs to be some
No,
of it.
you don't need 20, 30 years to be in government. That's ridiculous. The VA hospital doesn't even allow administrators to be administrator for more than 4 years per facility because you burn out and you get too
but
comfortable.
most military, you're not going to serve any longer than 30 years. I mean, most generals are going to be 30 to
Exactly, and
35,
look
so-
how jaded and how much bullshit happens in the military. I don't want a 30-year-old cop either. That's not what we need
I
as
do. I'd rather
professional
have a-
people. No.
we need
Once you're in that
experience.
long, the corruption rate skyrockets because you find the ways to do stuff, or the ways that people aren't paying attention, or the ways that, or you get jaded, or you.
Yeah, but everyone's
and it just
not
goes
raping
downhill.
children and like cutting children's heads off. That's like a very small percentage.
No, it's
Most
just
people,
all
I
the
think, are-
priests and Catholic churches and all of the government people and all of the Epstein people and all of the rich people. Like, you're right, it's not everybody, it's just most of the douchebags out there. I mean,
Not most, it's a small
remember,
percentage.
the military was 40,000 rape claims, and that's what was reported. And right now, the numbers are 40% of violence is reported every year. Violent crimes. So you look at about 60% aren't being reported. That's a lot of fucking rape in the military. And it's just it's the same problem across the board. I just don't think you ever want to have anybody, even with teachers. Like, I think it's the same problem.
Yep.
Is that what the green one is? The
There's
green
some
glowing
rates
one?
in there still.
Mobile buy.
They,
like it up-
I noticed that the smoke now are really
there's a
bright
guy.
white.
Balloon right here.
Yeah, they
Use the
emit
balloon.
smoke.
So is that I was trying to figure out why. That's why, because they're trying to distinguish between.
Yeah.
That's
That's similar.
okay.
Same with flash and stun are pretty similar. too.
Yeah. I think a simple
Nah, I don't
solution
like
to
term
most of
limits,
that,
though.
I
I'm
would.
very anti-term
You
limit.
could serve
Vote-
longer.
The election is the term limit, and if the voters are too stupid to do it,
That's a good.
like, you can't put something in to protect voters from them.
Yeah, but you.
They
don't
got
think
the
that's
But
gun.
remember,
That's
Congress
SG.
Congress
why-
wasn't originally elected by the people. It was controlled by the
$100 more
governors. We changed
Yeah.
the system and broke it
Well,
even more than it
if
was
it-
originally.
If we have one for the president, why not one for those in the House and Senate?
We should have it for all of them. And
Because
non-elected. The problem
executives
is
are where
the
you fund it.
non-elected are
Like-
the people
But they're
running
the
the
ones
government.
who really, they're the ones who really run the government. It's not
No,
the
no.
president, it's those in the House.
The people that aren't elected are the ones running the government. And they're the ones that we need a term limit, because they're the
Where's
ones
the next
controlling
file?
everything in the back
You
end.
dropped one up there. When you picked it. You left that
Yeah.
mobile buy there.
Yeah, you don't have anything in your hands. You don't
What?
need
Go
it.
back
you
up.
talking-
Go back up where you picked up that munition box. You left the mobile
That's
buy
right,
station up
Keely.
there.
You talking to me or Ace? Or to
To
me?
you. Yeah, when you picked
the
up that
only one
munition
alive.
box. When you
I've
go
got-
back up to where you picked up the munition box. Go there, because you dropped the mobile buy station up there.
I was
Oh
just
yeah.
gonna go up
Oh
to
yeah.
this one.
Yeah. Mobile.
Where's that?
I don't know where I can't remember.
I
Where you
can't
came
remember. I
from.
dropped it.
You should just go to a buy, just keep
Yeah, go to the
going.
other buy.
You're gonna spend more time looking for it.
One right there.
Did I pick up a mobile buy?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We
then
even
you
had a
picked
whole
up the
conversation
munitions, so
about
it
it.
used it. Yeah, had the green smoke coming out the top.
No, it wasn't munitions. It was armor.
Or armor.
Check
Oh, there's
these guys.
people up there. Yeah.
This one. Oh my god. Sorry, I just got the
You're
first two,
pro.
so-
No, I love it. I love that you're special ops agent and you can't figure out like what you really want.
Weapons here.
Yeah, I'm dropping it.
Damn. Download out. Out of bounds.
Plates. I got a bunch of plates too. I got
How much money do we have between us?
2,000.
You're
Almost
all good. Just keep
enough.
going. Get armored up. Can you get underground into the mines underground? Now's your chance. I think it's green. Did they downgrade the quality of the? Maybe my.
Oh, that squad's close. We need to go the other way towards green.
Yeah, try to get-
Oh shit! Really? close.
Get in there. Get in there.
Yep.
Oh, he just jumped over.
I got him. I got him.
Watch out for that explosive right there.
Cover. Cover. Cover.
Are there more?
And he just.
Hey, you
Got
got
enough
money.
money
Alright,
now.
get saver. Yeah.
Yep.
Might be more.
Nice. Ed, you should run for Congress. Quit your job.
Oh,
You'd be
no.
a good politician.
Hell no. Why would I waste my time? Today's political climate. Oh my god.
It's all.
Yeah.
It's all about fundraising. And
Be a
like
masochist.
80% of
Yeah.
it is like just raising funds for bullshit.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in the House. That's
Going?
what you do.
Yeah, it's just
You're
like
just constantly running for election.
and just giving just bullshit fucking talks about nothing.
And the problem is their goal is to ruin your life, not to have not to debate or have a discussion about what's best for the people. They're out to just destroy. Both sides. It doesn't matter which side. So you can't get into it without. No, because Hillary paid for the dossier. Like, she
So?
deliberately created that's treason. She lied to
No,
the
it's not.
FBI. Absolutely.
Didn't lie to the FBI.
She did multiple times. She was just fined for it. She's under indictment investigation for it. She was fined $110,000 by the election committee for violating election laws and lying to the FBI.
Did not lie to the FBI.
She did. The dossier was paid for. They said it wasn't paid for.
It
The
was paid
dossier was
for
also-
initially by the Republican Party.
No, it wasn't. It was
It
paid
start-
for.
Yeah, well, it started
The
by
investigation
Republican
just
Party.
came out 3 weeks ago. All the paperwork's
the-
out. It's
the
all
stroke
been.
one- the
It's
Steele
all
dossier?
lies.
It
Yeah.
started by the Republican Party.
No,
the
it's just
RNC.
no, it wasn't. That was all lies. Because the DNC got hacked, right? No, all of that was bullshit. They've tracked all of it down. We found it in text message and documentation that's been declassified and has been found throughout the investigation. Showed that she paid for it. The only Russian involvement was by the Hillary Clinton connection. At the same time, they spied on the White House. They paid an IT company to spy on the DNS records of the White House and use that as part of the evidence, and that was all illegal.
DNS is not spying.
It is when it's done by the White House paid an IT company for private services. The Clinton company paid that same company to disclose those private services. That it was all illegal. If I did that, I'd be in prison right now.
We're looking at
Absolutely.
DNS records?
Yeah, it's private DNS records that were protected for the White House by the president. Not to mention there was nothing in it that was incriminating. That's why the dossier was faked.
Well, wasn't the source? Isn't he in prison now? I'm not choosing side, but isn't their whole source for that dossier their
Yeah.
alleged source? Yeah,
But
or no,
they
the actual
continued
Russian guy
on
they
that.
used,
Oh.
Yeah, but
he
they paid
fabricated-
for it.
It was all fucking made up. It wasn't.
Yeah,
even
and
true.
he paid for the
No, that's not.
Hillary
we don't
Clinton
know.
campaign
We
paid
don't
for
know
it.
if it's not true.
Well, no.
Yes, the investigation came out. Go read it.
He's
All of
going
it
to
came
prison.
out, and it was
Their-
all
Their
fake.
source is going to. He's going to prison for lying.
There was
on the
there's
road.
guys here. If
For
you're here,
perjury.
there's a full squad outside. They're coming in. I downed one, but they're all just standing there. They're getting their kit. Oh, he's
shit.
on me right now. He's standing on my body.
Yep, there's a whole squad right here. The fuck, dude? That little piece of shit just jumping around like that. God damn, I hate that shit. So
I wish they would pull that out of the game.
One
Like, you
more,
shouldn't
one
be
more.
able to fucking jump around and slide
Oh shit.
and
I
shoot
know.
at the same time. Like, that's the worst
I
part of
hate
the
that
game.
shit. You're just spazzing out, sliding and jumping around like.
Yeah.
It's what people do in their life. And if someone comes to your house, first thing I'm gonna do is fucking
Spaz
slide.
out.
Really, it's like.
Carrying like a 30-pound gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
jumping up and down and sliding up
I'm
and down and
sliding
jumping with
on my-
perfect accuracy.
Sliding on like a concrete like
Oh my gosh.
bricks doesn't
It's
hurt
so
at all.
dumb. But they're going the opposite way. They're trying to make it more dumb.
Jetpacks.
Yeah. I think the mobile balloons are going to are going to start causing a lot of problems.
Well, even just like the running, like if just running, like how heavy like the plate carriers are in real life, hiking with that shit.
Oh my
it's
gosh,
so
and how
fucking
many you're
exhausting.
carrying? You're carrying 8 plates
So a
with
full
you?
combat. Well, no. So in real life, like the MTV is what they call it. You have 2 sappy plates in the front and the back, and then. Am I joining someone or?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're all still together.
Oh shit.
But
So
you're
you have two
carrying
sappy
8
plates.
backups. You're carrying your
Well,
full
plus wearing,
body
too.
armor plus.
Right, it's probably later.
Most MTVs, what they call them, I can't remember what it stands for. You have one in the front, one in the back. Those are the big ones. Then you have two on the sides. That alone is probably 25 pounds. And then you have a full combat load of 8 magazines with like a full magazine of 30 rounds per magazine. It's a fuckload, right?
And you're carrying a lot more than the 30-round standard because
And then
you got
on
all
your
your
side,
bonuses.
you have like a little med kit called your IFAC, which is like another probably 2 or 3 pounds. It's probably without a weapon, I don't know, 40, 50 pounds that you're wearing.
But
almost
you
like
still have,
a
you haven't
vest.
counted your claymores and your grenades
Oh,
and
yeah.
your
And
all the
then your
other shit
weapon.
you have on.
Like carrying a big weapon like that in real life. 'Cause I used to
Yeah.
have to do it in training. It would be like the 240 Golf. That thing's like 18 pounds. It's like
They should force you to have to put the gun, like you shouldn't be able to hold the gun in stance all the time. You should be able
Oh,
to hold
yeah.
the gun in stance for a certain amount of time, and then you either have to drop it, or you have to put it on your back, or you have to do something.
just try holding your hands out in front of you like
Oh,
that with
it's
no
insane.
weight on
Yeah.
it.
That's why we
Yeah.
don't.
It's like-
we're not playing VR
it's-
right now because nobody
It's
wants
like
to hold their
with
hands
a
out.
fucking with like a pistol in real life doing that shit. It'd be like,
No, we couldn't even do it with an 8-ounce glove.
and then a Kevlar's about 9 pounds or something like that. Plus your water pack. Usually you have a water pack. It's like 70 pounds of equipment running around in the mountains with that shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, and then you're gonna be sliding on the ground with 5 more plates.
It'd take you so long just to get up after you like slid.
I'd have to have a
And your
6-plate.
barrel is plugged with dirt.
Yeah,
'Cause you
I
slid
saw
through the
some
dirt with your
douchebag
barrel.
like, what is it, Soviet special ops or something like on a YouTube video. It's like, look, you can slide and jump and shoot, and he's like trying to, and he does it one time. And like, I don't think anybody argue that you could try to pull it off once. I think the argument is these guys, you're doing it in the game like spamming it over and over and over and over and over with no consequence at all.
Well, and then a lot of these like the LMGs too that
Oh my gosh,
barrels
yeah.
overheat with 200 rounds.
Yeah.
You can't fire
they'd
that
be
many
red hot.
rounds.
Yeah.
It'll literally melt after like
Yeah.
probably 400 rounds. It doesn't.
And it only takes
And
the
take 30 minutes to cool down.
the smallest amount of defect in the barrel after it heats to backfire,
most-
blow up the gun.
Most of them come with a spare barrel. Someone carries a spare barrel, and they have a tripod to mount it on because the fucking
Yeah.
recoil is so
It's-
crazy. You can't
oh,
just
yeah.
like stand there.
They
like
should
Rambo and,
force
like-
LMGs to have to be mounted or on something to even just to be able to shoot someone. There's no reason you just can't stand, especially with
I'd
the
say
big guns
commando.
like the mini
Be done.
guns. Yeah, but even then that wasn't real. That wasn't real. They weren't actually shooting a real. gun.
What?
Yeah, they've shown it. They've shown it, man. You can go watch it.
Heresy. Heresy.
I like Battlefield 1 if you had sustained fire, your gun would
Yeah.
for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like 4 seconds.
Anything though would give
And
you
then like
some break.
damage from like a claymore. If you hit a claymore in real life, you're fucking done. Like there's no.
Yeah.
You're not probably gonna get up from that. Same with an
The
RPG.
whole-
If you get hit like point blank, you're
The
These
only
these
thing that's
straw
real.
huts would just be gone.
The only thing that's
Oh, yeah.
realistic is the bouncing betties. Is you could duck the bouncing betties. That's why I like them, because that's a
in
realistic.
a fucking Jeep. If you shot a Jeep point blank, like the fucking engine with an RPG, the whole thing would be a fireball instantly. It would not
Even-
just keep driving through.
Even like
It's-
30 rounds from an assault
Oh,
rifle,
it would.
too, are just,
Oh, it would.
I mean,
It would blow the tires out, and it would
hoses,
just.
everything.
It would catch
Oh,
on
someone's
fire
on me.
and-
Wait, why would it catch on fire though? Because we've seen that's all bullshit.
No, not if rounds are going into the side of a gas can.
No, that's all bullshit. That's all Hollywood. Mythbusters put thousands of rounds, tracer rounds, every round you could think of into gas tanks and couldn't get anything to go.
With an
And
engine,
tracers
too.
are
I mean,
even
it's hot,
illegal.
too.
You still could use it, and gasoline is designed not to. unless you
No,
have some spark.
I'm talking about.
diesel.
I'm not talking just round. I'm talking RPG. It's instant. Fucking
Yeah, RPG, absolutely. But
explosion.
he was saying bullets. Bullets are as Hollywood. RPGs, yeah, absolutely. I think RPG, because that's an explosive going off at the end, right? It's a rocket-propelled grenade. So you have
It's like you're.
an explosive at
a
the
loadout.
tip.
All I have
go
is
to
a
that loadout?
shotgun. Yeah.
You're orange.
might
Let's
as
just
well.
wait here.
All I have is a
Stay
shotgun.
orange.
But
Yeah, I'll give you a gun
This
then.
is hitting that.
I was gonna.
recon,
Yeah, I was
but
on.
I'll stay with. Yeah, you can get the recon ace.
Here you go.
that's leadership
I
right
got a
there.
plate. Cyber. Right here.
Oh,
guys are red.
thank-
Red now.
Psycha, stay back in the corner so we can protect you.
Yeah, I don't know where they're coming from. I don't see anyone.
I mean, typically comes from the penis. Right now,
No.
crouch walking.
Yeah, they're
On
on.
the penis.
Oh, yeah, right outside the front door here.
I committed out. How you doing?
Can you mark where they're at so I can get up behind them?
They're
Towards the loadout, between the loadout
They're-
and the house.
they're
On the roof, right now, out the window.
I didn't know you could get up over there.
What?
I
We've
found
been
him.
in this house 1,000 times, you don't.
Yeah, I killed one.
That's all I saw was just that one guy. Did the color change on
Still
you?
red.
Uh-oh.
I don't see
Out
anything
here.
else.
Oh, he's out here.
Yep.
Oh, he's on the roof. He's coming in. Throwing knife again.
Yeah, I'm shooting him. He's running around.
My God. What? These throwing knife kills have got to stop. That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
But then an RPG won't kill you, right? But
Yeah.
a knife will.
Oh my gosh, it's so stupid.
Like, you know
No,
how
but
hard it'd be
how
to
can
kill
you hit me though? I mean, that's like
And to-
that's
and to kill someone with
That is one I would like to see how hard it would actually be to kill somebody throwing a knife like that. I don't-
with full armor on too.
Yeah.
With
Well,
full-
if it's in
full-
your head, okay. If it's in your face, but most of the guys have helmets
but-
on, and it's not going through a fucking helmet. A Kevlar helmet,
Stupid.
I mean, is gonna stop a throwing knife like that. He's outside the window still. He's crouching. He's coming in right now.
Someone came in and
God
threw
damn
a
it.
fucking.
I
axe
got
at
him.
my
I got him.
face.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't die right away.
Yeah.
Someone threw an axe right at my
I beat him
my
down.
face.
Are you alive?
I'm getting that loadout.
Get it. You have enough
Is
money
there still
to...
someone
no.
at the house?
I beat him down. I think he's dead. I mean, the guy I beat down's dead, but I think everybody else is dead, too. He was talking to somebody, but it wasn't in a language
Oh.
I understood.
Hey, did you get the loadout, Cyber?
No, man. No,
Safe.
I had
I'm
to
here.
go kill that guy.
I'm
I
on
thought
it.
Psycho was still alive.
Oh, there's somebody over here.
I'm gonna fall
Why'd he
back to
come
this
back?
guy over here. Oh, guy right here. On me, on me.
Where?
He's in the water. Underneath me.
Oh, vehicle.
Yep.
Vehicle behind you.
I need help. I need help. They got out. They're coming at me.
Somebody came up behind
Oh,
me. I'm
shit.
fucked. Right there. Some random guy walking around with
I
shit
broke
for
him.
equipment.
Ah. Did he see me? Oh! Yeah, he saw me. Kidding me.
Oh man. Someone just
Guy
got
ran
there,
over.
Cyber. Someone just
Wow.
got right in front of you.
Die in the most like bitch way as possible.
He just got in that car. Should I hit the loadout?
Sure.
There's that vehicle on it. If you can dodge vehicle.
Oh, there's still people there. At least
Go
three.
middle. Reset middle.
I want that loadout though. They get in the car and leave.
But we need people more than we need guns.
They might. One of them's getting in the car. Nope. They're just camping that loadout. They're just like ants that just run around. They're idiots, but,
Shh. There's guys coming at you from
Yeah,
where
don't-
I died.
don't go there.
Oh shit, missile lock. Who carries a missile? They shot it too. I dodged a missile.
I'm gonna. Where should I land?
Green. Missile
There's
lock?
There's a mobile buy there.
Oh, then I would go green adjacent. That's how cars work.
I'm taking another balloon.
We could go. Oh, shit.
Shit, there's people right under me here.
Yeah, would that be better?
No, go further away. They're on blue.
You got people to your right. Maybe that buy there.
This hasn't been looted. Been hit. Yeah, this all been hit.
Oh, someone grabbed that recon that was by you. Right here.
That helicopter just got out. They just picked up the recon. That guy
Guy
go.
just parachuted out over there.
But he's running up on you, Ard.
Oh, fuck.
It's two of them.
Yep.
Oh, three of them.
Three.
Yeah, you were. Oh, then there was the fourth one sniping you from across the river. Maybe that was another squad. Yeah, you were.
They were
fucked.
not very good. Shouldn't take that long for 4 guys to kill 1 person.
like it's getting a little close.
Shh, I'm recording it. I'll probably do one more game and jump off. Watch Nuggets. Yeah, so there's no most wanted contracts anymore then. Huh?
Someone just popped up on radar. Yeah, I don't see him. But...
No, I don't think there are any. Helicopter just does a loop on you for some reason. Ooh, there's that green smoke down there. You could go steal somebody's. That's probably a lot of cash. To your right.
There's a
High
sniper
risk. Oh, there's a
somewhere.
recon right there too. There's a recon right to your left. Getting a recon. Or bought back maybe.
Well, dude.
I wanted to throw it and then like catch myself and then land, but I guess it takes too long to throw it. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
3, 2, 1.
Why should it take that long to throw it? Come on.
No. Good learning.
And they know.
Learning
It's gonna be
lesson.
all smooth, so I wouldn't get RPG'd. See, I didn't get RPG'd. I was safe.
And everybody's lagging.
Mm-hmm. So choppy. Yeah, it's just amazing that they managed to make this game worse every time.
Alright.
I mean, if you take everything you do at work and then just give it to another company and have them do it. You just walk out and they're supposed to like pick it up and run it just as good, and you're the one that made it. I don't understand how they think you can just hand off something like this.
But even when I went to Caldera, it's like Caldera's gotten worse even over time though. But even the new companies.
Yeah, the new
just gotten
company did all of
crappier
that.
and crappier.
Yeah,
No,
the
but
new
even
companies.
they're getting crappier and crappier too.
Oh yeah,
like,
because they don't
Might have
have
to go further in than that.
they don't have
Oh, yeah, it's-
any staff. Like everybody
Oh, where-
praises how
like
little
in that
staff they have.
Oh, I'm here. Sorry, I got I got a call. I'm here.
we shouldn't go there, Ace. So that
Yeah.
money drop.
Where are we going? To Orange?
Do you
Go
see
here.
people?
What about maybe?
Yeah, there's a squad going there. I mean,
Mark
I see 'em.
somewhere.
I can see somebody right there.
I'm
Yeah, let's go
going
to this recon here on purple.
All right, I'll go right here.
Oh nope, there's a squad. Is that a fucking bird?
We're already here. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Guy on me.
Oh, another one.
Fucking, it's Snoop. It's Snoop. Help!
There any
I'm
more?
glad. I'm glad he's a
Oh, yeah.
gamer. I'm
No.
glad he got himself
Come
in the
to
game.
us, Psycha, Ace.
I'm coming. I'm trying to find a
I,
gun.
3
I
on
stayed in
2.
there so I could get that recon.
Uh huh.
3 on 2.
Yeah.
I said to go to the mines.
I didn't hear that.
I mean, he didn't say it to you.
I said to everybody. Just to give me just
Well, should we go back to it?
Nah, we don't need that shit. Let's get
Oh
our
yeah,
load
damn
out.
it.
loadout. Why did the loadouts drop so early now?
yeah, they changed that last update.
Because they
I
just
like
have a randomizer and it just randomly changes the game every fucking week.
I think so. Oh, somebody here.
Where they at?
Right on the loadout.
I just hit him briefly with that.
I got a cluster.
Right here, cluster here. Quick. He's running.
Get up there.
I don't have any armor. I gotta bail.
Give me time to get my. Anybody still need to get their loadout?
I don't. Psycha's dead, but
Okay, there's one right here on green mark. Laying prone. That's the only one I see. Yeah, you should have my drone. It's just one guy.
There's a guy
yeah,
on
I
me.
mean, I can flank around him.
Yeah, I got him marked. He's not moving.
Okay.
Right here.
All right, I'm gonna flank around on this side. You want
Yeah,
to try
he's
to pinch
moving a
him?
little bit.
Okay.
There.
Down him.
Nice.
He did.
Got a buy here. Yeah, $1,000.
Here, I'll give you money.
One's on a heartbeat in this building.
Right here, right here.
Just oh yeah. Back up, back up.
No, there's one behind me too. Ace.
Oh,
Got
shit.
2 people.
Oh shit. Yeah. And there's another one. Another squad. Fuck.
How come Rick James stopped playing?
He's been playing
for a while.
Fortnite with Toad.
What?
He's been
That's
playing
gross.
Fortnite with Toad.
Are they off?
Fortnite.
They're
Oh.
offline, right? 'Cause I ain't
They
seen that.
changed it to non-build Fortnite, so it's no build.
I've never played a game of Fortnite.
You are missing out.
I've heard about it.
Is what I would say. If Fortnite is good.
I did like one of the seasons of Battlefield. I never played it myself.
No,
but,
no.
The World War One Battlefield. That was pretty.
That's my favorite game ever. I think.
It was like 4 years ago, right? 5 years ago it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't play a lot, but I liked how the buildings.
Ooh.
Mechanics were great.
I liked how the buildings
are
collapsed.
just the
Like
best.
you could get a game like a tank and shoot a building down. It just
Yeah.
went. It's I don't know.
The balance was amazing. So good.
And then they gave it to a different company.
Yeah, Battlefield 5 sucked ass.
And then they fucked it all up.
Ooh, hit someone with your procs.
Yeah, that's all. Oh, I think that's quite a ways away. I hear the
You
glow
got enough
so
for 2.
I hear the glow so much that when I don't hear the glow, I still hear the glow. So yeah, I have a hard time sometimes. There's so much noise back there, I couldn't tell if there was another box or not.
Yeah. Yeah, they did something to boxes to make them way worse on Caldera than Verdansk.
I hope they come out with a new map.
Yeah.
I wish there was just
It's
2
just
maps you
gonna be
could
a
jump
new game.
between.
It's Warzone 2.
Oh, you're taking fire?
Did I land on you or
Go
No, he's
middle.
taking fire.
I was gonna land
Reset.
here on this.
about this loadout? There's a couple of scavs this way.
I'll do the loadout with you. I'll go load
Shit.
out and we can get
Played
that
up,
scav.
Cyber. Too.
Oh shit, there's a guy going scav here.
I'm going load out,
Yes.
Ace.
Yeah. Guy just picked up a scav in this building.
Damn, there's 2 of them.
Yep.
Now he's sniping at me.
Run away.
Oh shit.
Oh
If you
shit.
can loop around Cyber to get to that
If you
point.
can
What was
get
that?
there were 2 mines. 1 mine load out. Back in front.
I was flanking you.
I'm gonna go
There's
try and
lots
find
of
some
them.
plates.
I was just gonna try
Yeah,
to kill
3
one,
of them.
I couldn't.
Sure, lots of Snoop Dogs running around.
I mean, I bought you guys back quite a bit. I tried.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, think about how much money they're making.
Oh my gosh.
Another $1 billion right there. And I'm glad that he's a gamer, so I'm really glad that he got his own character in the game. That's pretty sick to be able to play yourself in a game.
Which game?
But this game,
Snoop.
man.
There's a Snoop skin.
Oh, is there?
Hi.
You get
Yeah.
this supply run.
I don't follow any of that shit.
You can stay back there.
It's
I wish
Snipe
I could
Dog.
have Snoop Dogg in my game.
No, it's not Snoop Dogg. It's Snipe Dog.
Well, it's Snipe Dogg in here, yeah.
I've always
not
liked
even-
Snoop Dogg.
It's not even Snoop Dogg in real life. It's what he changed it for a while, and then it seemed like society changed it back.
They're the worst.
Did you go see him in Junction?
Oh, what? Yeah, they didn't change his name to Lion something.
Snoop Lion.
Lion Tamer or some shit.
Yeah, because he
Snoop-
did
Snoop
the
Lion.
Rastafarian thing for a while, and I don't know. No, I didn't go. I don't go do public things.
I could hear it from my.
Oh, did you? Could you?
What?
I'm not-
shit.
It was
I
during
don't
the
like
day.
rap, so I
Ed
don't.
was
It's not
there,
my kind of
but,
music.
He was like
Huh.
DJing though. It was weird.
Oh,
He
was he?
like
Okay.
DJing it. Yeah.
I
and
feel
then
like
he'd,
after a
he'd play
certain
some,
age, like
REO
your
Speedwagon and shit. And,
your
There's people that-
credibility,
Yeah.
like after 50, your credibility as a rapper just like, rappers just
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of
I mean, I'm pretty sure that any age of rapper's credibility is bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
If you introduce yourself as a
First idea.
rapper, I'm pretty sure I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be like,
I don't know, Ace. There's no. This is all hit.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You have no plates.
trying to get to you, Ace. Where are you at?
I was trying to get that supply room, but
There's a squad.
there's
camping
no
it. Like literally in
trap behind enemy lines here.
there.
Didn't
Oh, I
Vanilla
was-
Ice come to Junction as well?
He's been here a few times, yeah.
they all come to Junction at some point.
Eminem ain't been here.
Really?
I don't think so. No.
Oh no. Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think.
Junction. I think Junction would go crazy for Eminem.
Uncle Cracker.
Yeah.
Haha.
I
sure
think he came to,
I'm
he
sure
came
he's
to
been
Country
here.
Jam or Rock.
I'm
Jam,
sure
yeah.
yeah, I'm sure. I
did.
think he's come a couple of them.
Yeah.
Kid Rock's
Here
been
to
there, right?
Hang out with his buddies in Clifton. Probably his
Yep.
Yeah.
family there.
Yep.
Alright, is there
There's guys
any
over here.
contract around here?
No,
No, man, we don't
I
play
ran-
that shit.
not even close.
You can grab that big
You got
game.
an ammo box, Ace. You could put more ammo in that gun. Or you could just die with it.
Yeah, I vote for that.
Sure.
You wouldn't want that bed to get you.
That'll be a first.
He gets him every night. He went to bed early on 420 even.
2 guys on me.
Stayed up late.
What, 8:30?
No, it's 10:30.
10:30?
There's
Oh,
one
wow.
on me, Ace.
That should have
Oh,
killed
shit.
you. What? Fucking bullshit. You should be dead. You should just execute yourself.
Yeah, there goes all my.
You should just suicide.
Pull out that RPG.
Just kill yourself. Yeah, that you should be dead. It's the honorable thing to do.
Oh. RPG that
He's-
truck if he gets in it.
The bloodlust is kicking in. So unsportsmanlike.
Go get his money.
No, there's someone else there.
Yeah.
2 more there. RPG him.
RP
3 more there.
RPG him.
RPG him.
Oh, no.
Boo. Now they got cover. You could have got him and got a car bomb on him. Mount first. Why aren't you mounting?
Yeah, no.
You can mount anything you try your hardest at.
Shit. What are you doing, Psycho?
I killed 2 guys over this tower. I killed. He's over.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of pinned down.
You guys should try to progress middle.
Oh, he just jumped.
Orangish.
I've exhausted all my resources.
You could get that supply run. Supply drop. That'd be
Actually,
a
I
lot
just
of
got some money.
But nice. Oh, 200 short.
Get Artie. Don't.
Here, this guy can.
I hear crates.
Here, I'm gonna go loot.
Yeah, I hear crates on.
You can find him.
Get fucked. Alright, got him.
If there's anything in this game Ace can
Killed
do,
one.
it's find crates.
Can you mark the
Not
spy?
in here. Like my nemesis.
Right here. Psycho.
Nice. Oh,
You
shit.
guys are almost close together.
Oh fuck,
Yep.
dude.
That's fire sale.
God damn it.
Shit.
I hide my body.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Ryan, if you could just bail onto that balloon, maybe, and then there's a buy station there, there, and there.
I'll never find my body. Swear.
Just going where I can go. Oof.
A whole squad.
Yep. They might not find you before the gas gets you.
You should be
Should
able
I
to
get
throw
card?
your claymores down right now.
Right? I was,
Who should I get?
or just,
Ed?
or you
Ar?
could like pull the pin
Artie,
on
you
one
get
on your
Artie,
body.
and then
That'd
get
be
Ace.
great.
No, they're all free. Yeah, Ace is back.
Ah, shit. There's a whole squad up here.
Oh no.
Ah, they're
Okay,
waiting.
I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go watch the
Yeah, it could be done.
We got a
2,
few
2,
more in
3, 3.
Later, later.
Me.
Bye.